Welcome back. We had 3 Siouxland teams still alive in the IHSAA State Baseball Tournament as we entered the day. The first game of the day takes us to Carroll, where we have the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks taking on Newman Catholic. The winner of this one heads to the Class 1A state title game. Pick up in the first inning. This is a hard hit ball to third, but the Hawks, they go 5-4-3 to end the inning, and now they're back at the dish. And the Hawks, they would make the best of it as Colin Homan hammers a line drive into the outfield, and in comes a run as Remsen takes a 1-0 lead. Now into the next half inning, the Knights with a man on third, and Kellen Contreras, he drops a bunt down, and the throw to first is in time, but the one to home is off target, and we're all tied at 1. Top of the 6th, Ty Tridge pinch hitting, and he drops that one in center, and in come 2 runs as Remsen takes a 3-1 lead. But after the Knights would tie things up, we would go all the way to the 14th inning, where Braxton Knipe, he gets this one just enough to drop, and Colin Homan scores. Hawks lead 5-4. Not long after, it's Brady Coink. He hits this ground ball, and it gets just over the glove of the defense, and 2 runs come across, and the Hawks lead 7-4 heading into the bottom half of the 14th. The Knights down to their final out. That one's popped up, and that one's caught as the Hawks win the longest game in state tournament history, 7-4 in 14 innings.
Never been in a 14-inning game. No, it's just like it was never going to end. We're trying to think about, okay, if this keeps going, where are we going to next? I guess we could have brought back Walschmidt too. I think he had 76, so we could have maxed him out too. And you know, obviously, you know, it took a lot out of these guys, so hopefully we need to get some downtime, a little rest.
Oh, it feels amazing, especially the game dragging on that long. It just feels good to get out of it. And you know, we kept fighting the whole game, and so did they, and we never gave up. And I'm proud of our guys, and I'm just, yeah, I'm amazed. I'm proud of us.